Thoughts come and go like drifting clouds, yet we often mistake them for who we are. Your identity is not limited to the endless stories your mind creates. When you cling too deeply to thoughts, you forget the awareness that watches them. Just as you are not the clouds, you are not the chatter of the mind. Your true self is like the sky, vast, endless, and free. Notice the space between one thought and the next. That silence is closer to your soul's essence. Thoughts may shape feelings, but they cannot define your spirit. Detach gently, like watching ripples fade into still water. The first step to meditation and inner healing is recognizing you are the witness, not the voice. You are presence, not fear. You are clarity, not confusion. You are consciousness, not noise. Every time a thought arises, remind yourself, this is not me, it is only passing. And in that moment of mindfulness, peace naturally begins to return. There is a voice inside that never stops speaking. It analyzes, judges, remembers, and imagines. Though it seems protective, it often limits your freedom. This narrator tells stories about who you are, but stories are incomplete. Sometimes it repeats fears that never come true. Other times it replays the past, keeping old wounds alive. Have you noticed how it speaks without pause, even when you don't ask? Thoughts simply appear, you don't create them all. If they were truly you, wouldn't you choose only peace and love? Yet the mind creates noise, even in silence. When you observe the voice without judgment, it loses power. Awareness is the light that dissolves illusions. Through mindfulness and meditation, you step beyond thought. Your consciousness is the sky, thoughts are only clouds passing through. And here, freedom from overthinking begins. You are the one who notices thoughts, not the thoughts themselves. This inner witness is ancient, unshaken, and ever-present. The observer never judges, it simply sees. Imagine sitting by a window, watching cars pass below. You don't need to follow each car, you simply let them pass. Thoughts are the same, temporary and fleeting. Awareness is the window, always open, always clear. Even when storms rage outside, the window remains untouched. When you rest as the observer, you are no longer drowning in the storm. You feel the calm strength of presence. Here, there is no past or future, only now. And in the now, the heart feels lighter. This is your true essence, the timeless witness. Return here often, and you will feel spiritual awakening bloom. For peace was always waiting within you. Once, a wise teacher guided his student to sit by a river. They watched leaves and sticks drift along the current. The teacher said, "These are your thoughts, carried by the flow." The student replied, "But I feel like I'm drowning in them." The teacher smiled, "That is because you jumped into the river. Step back to the shore." The student tried again, sitting quietly, simply watching. Soon he noticed thoughts drifting past, without his control. The river still moved, but it no longer controlled him. Peace filled his heart as he realized he was not the current. He was the one watching from the bank. This realization freed him from fear. We too can step back from the stream of overthinking. We are not inside the current, but the silent witness beside it. And in that witnessing, true peace is found. Healing begins when we stop drowning in the river of thought. Overthinking is like carrying heavy stones in your mind. Each regret, worry, and what if adds another stone. But most of these stones are not even real. They are shadows of the past or illusions of the future. Overthinking steals away the beauty of the present. It creates problems that don't exist. It blinds you to the miracles already here. Letting go doesn't mean ignoring life, it means trusting it. When you drop the stones, you feel light again. Your shoulders relax, your breath deepens, your heart softens. The mind was never meant to be your master, only your servant. True strength comes from surrender, not control. Peace begins when the cycle of overthinking ends. And clarity rises when silence is embraced. Release the stones, and your soul begins to heal. Between one thought and the next, there is a pause. That pause is pure awareness, untouched by fear or doubt. Most people miss it, because they chase the next thought. But if you rest in that space, you taste true freedom. It feels like peace, eternity, and healing at once. This stillness is the doorway to meditation and awakening. It is where the soul whispers truths the mind cannot grasp. Stay there, even for a single moment. With practice, the space grows wider, deeper, more natural. The silence becomes your home. You discover that constant thought is not necessary to live fully. Life flows more beautifully when the mind is quiet. The pause is not emptiness, it is fullness. And within it, your truest self awakens. For in silence, you remember who you are. The mind lives mostly in the past or future. It replays old wounds and rehearses new fears. But you are not your memories, and you are not your anxieties. You are the awareness that sees both, but belongs to neither. The past is dissolved, only a story remains. The future is unborn, only imagination exists. Your true power lives here, in the present. When you anchor in this moment, healing naturally unfolds. Freedom exists only in the now. Pain softens when yesterday is released. Fear fades when tomorrow is not carried into today. You are not a prisoner of time. You are the eternal presence beyond it. Let go, and return to the present where life is real. Here, your soul breathes in peace. A traveler once found a temple with a large mirror. Looking inside, he saw his reflection distorted by dust. He whispered, "I am broken, unclear, and unworthy." A monk entered and said, "The mirror shows your thoughts, not your soul." He wiped the glass, revealing a clear reflection. The traveler realized the dust was never him, only the surface. The monk smiled, "Your spirit is like this mirror, always pure. Thoughts are only dust." The traveler wept with relief as his burden lifted. For the first time, he saw himself as light, not shadow. He understood no thought could damage his essence. We too carry dust upon the mirror of the mind. But the witness within remains untouched. Wipe away the dust through meditation and awareness. See yourself clearly, whole, infinite, and pure. This is the heart of spiritual awakening. Stepping back from thought leads you to your essence. This essence is not broken, afraid, or lost. It is radiant, eternal, and whole. It cannot be harmed by the mind's illusions. It is beyond story, beyond fear, beyond time. It is pure consciousness, the eternal witness. Healing begins with remembering this truth. The mind may still speak, but you no longer confuse it with yourself. You can hear its voice without being trapped. This is liberation. This is awakening. This is the return to peace. It has always been waiting within you. Step into awareness, and your life transforms. You are more than your thoughts, you are infinite presence. Take a slow, deep breath, and feel your awareness. Notice that you are the one watching this moment. You are not the mind's noise, you are the silence underneath. You are not the storm, you are the sky. You are not the dust, you are the mirror. Every thought is temporary, but your essence is eternal. Your soul is infinite, free, and unbroken. When you remember this, healing begins naturally. Because you were never truly broken, only hidden by thought. Return to this truth whenever you forget. Whisper gently, "I am more than my thoughts." Let this truth rest in your heart. Carry it into every breath, every step, every moment. Step fully into freedom. Step fully into who you already are.